first reaction video, man. We gonna get into the content, man. Y'all, I'm gonna get to the content. We gonna watch Rap Dynasty video, Chief Keef and his $1 million matching. We gonna get into this because I noticed like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they get their money out this rap game in Chicago, but they'll never go that far, man. We gonna look at a young man who a pioneer in this game, and now you can see like what did he do? What did Chief Keef do with his money? How Chief Keef living? Because a lot of people say, "Oh man, these rappers they got no money, they broke, they don't got this, they don't got that." Well, we about to see how much Chief Keef is worth. You could catch this at Rap Dynasty. Y'all could check out. Go. He got some good content over there. Go subscribe to my man page. Uh, we gonna get into the content, y'all. Let's get into the content. $14 million. That is what Chief Keef's studio down the hall and mountain views out the back. And this is the same kid who was on house arrest in his grandmother's living room in Chicago just over a decade ago, with no label, no budget, and nowhere to go. The come up does not get more dramatic than this. Keith Farrell Kozar, born August 15th, 1995. South side of Chicago, Illinois, grew up in the Parkway Garden Homes, a public housing complex so rough the street was named No Block. No silver spoon, no connections, no safety net. Just a grandmother named Margaret Carter raising him on a school bus driver's salary, a karaoke machine his mom left behind, and a gift for rap that showed up before he even knew what to do with it. He was 5 years old the first time he recorded himself spitting bars. 5. Borrowing blank tapes from the neighbors just to hear his own voice played back. His biological father was never really in the picture. His grandmother was everything, and Chief Keef has said as much publicly. In one Instagram post honoring her after she passed, he talked about hoping he gave her something to brag about. That right there. Yo, y'all tapped into eight. This man is underneath all the flex. Hey, y'all tapped into 18Wild. Everything Chicago, man. Throw some love on the line. We checking out Chief Keef and how he living that. Everybody in Chicago that come up in the rap game ain't doing the same thing. We gonna see how bro did his thing and how he living. But growing up in O Block meant the streets were always right there, always pulling. And by the time Keith was in his early teens, he was already catching cases and drawing attention from law enforcement. At 16, he ended up on house arrest at his grandmother's home after an incident involving police. No studio access, no label, no budget, just a teenager legally confined to a house in one of the most dangerous zip codes in America. Here is where it gets crazy fast. Most kids in that situation fold. They sit down, stay quiet, wait it out. Keith turned that house into a studio. He shot his now legendary music video for I Don't Like right there in that living. Hey, bro, this is legendary. I Don't Like is a legendary video for sure. Dang, what's happening out here? Okay. Hear stuff explode. I Don't Like is a legendary video, bro. I don't care what nobody say. When that video came out, everybody was bumping that song in Chicago. Everybody was bumping that song. I'm pretty sure that the ops was bumping the song too. If you ain't like Chief Keef, you was still bumping that song in Chicago. I Don't Like was a hot song and it blew up Chicago. I don't care what nobody say. This man, he's the GOAT. He blazed the trail and everybody else came along after him. Far as recognition. City to city. The drill sound, that dark heavy beat produced by Young Chop, the deadpan delivery, the street coded lyrics. It was unlike anything mainstream hip hop had heard before. People couldn't look away. They couldn't stop playing it. And Kanye West heard it. Kanye, who was also from Chicago, understood immediately what he was listening to. This was not just a hot record. This was a generational sound. Big ups to Kanye West. Woo woo. Chicago very old. Hey, I don't know why Kanye West decided to look at Chief Keef music.
Cause there was a lot of other rappers and older rappers out here that was trailblazing the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like Bo Deal. You had Keith Sampson. He was out here. You had a lot of underground artists. Far as ah they be I can't even remember, man. I'll get y'all the names, but there was a lot of underground artists out here in Chicago that was doing their thing. So it was funny that Kanye West chose Chief Keef to put him on like that and hop on his record. That's what really blew Chief Keef up, and everybody started to pay attention that yeah, this man he really on. He ain't no fake, and he gonna be out here.
So Kanye did something that changed Chief Keef's life forever. He remixed the track himself, pulling in Big Sean, Pusha T, and Jadakiss, and dropped it to the world. According to reports from that period, Chief Keef suddenly shot up out of obscurity overnight. That is the only way to describe it. One day, he's a 16-year-old on house arrest in O Block. The next, every major label in America is lining up outside his grandmother's door. Young Jeezy CTE World wanted him. Def Jam was calling. Atlantic was interested. It was a full-on bidding war over a teenager who legally could not leave his block. Chief Keef and his team waited it out and let the offers stack. And when they finally made their move, they went with Interscope Records, one of the most powerful labels in the world, for a deal worth $6 million.
Interscope Records. Y'all know the dealers of Interscope Records. Death Row, all that. Y'all already know the inner workings of Interscope Records. So man, these guys is up here on camera. Fredo, Chief, balled out. You know what I'm saying? Tato, they're the people that Chief, mostly, probably Chief, mostly, if I'm not mistaken, is his family. And that was a thing. Like, he took his family. That's what people didn't understand. He had his cousin blood money that he took with him. You feel what I'm saying? When he got out his little situation. But I think that was the biggest thing for Chief Keef's survival, having real family around you. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about family in Chicago. Family do each other bogus, but it's family that stick together. And if you going somewhere out of life, definitely you want to take family with you. Hey man, is this your first time on the channel, man? Throw some love on the live, man. We in here seeing how Chief Keef live. Man, this content sponsored to you by Rap Dynasty, man. Y'all already know it. Go check out bro channel and subscribe, man.
Across 3 albums, plus an additional $440,000 advance to launch his own label imprint, Glory Boys Entertainment. $6 million, a 16-year-old. From O Block, Chicago. Let that actually sit with you for a second. This is a kid who was on house arrest months earlier shooting a music video in his grandmother's living room because he had nowhere else to go. And now he is signing a multi-million-dollar record deal that would have seemed like a fantasy to anyone who knew where he came from. His debut album, Finally Rich, dropped in December 2012. Love Sosa and Hate Being Sober were on there. The project peaked in the top 30 of the Billboard 200. The world now knew the name Chief Keef. The drill sound was officially out of Chicago and onto the global stage, and the money was officially flowing.
Yo, drop some love on the live. This everything Chicago. Drop some love on the live.
Like a future he had always envisioned for himself. The come up had begun, but that's nothing compared to what he has built since. Because the real Chief Keef empire story doesn't start in Chicago. It starts the moment he got on a plane and headed west. Because Chicago gave him the come up, California gave him the empire. And the difference between those two things is everything. Now let's
see. A lot of people were speculating when Chief Keef left from here, Chicago, and went to California. For sure, for sure. Yo, bro, I'm a small one, bro. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm from Chicago. This 18Wild from Chicago. I'm giving you some content on Chief Keef. It's your first time in the channel. Drop a like on the channel and subscribe to the channel. Jokabuka. Is that your name, Jokabuka? I can't if I ain't pronounce it right, my fault. Okay, okay, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people was bumping a lot of stuff in Chicago, man. Chief Keef was like one of the main established person. Like I remember getting bro first little I ain't gonna say I'm saying his first little album, I think I got that on a bootleg CD. And I used to play that in the car. I'm pronouncing it right. Alright, bro. Love. But let's get back into this content.
Let's move on to the California pivot because this is where the story gets genuinely fascinating. One of the first things Chief Keef did with his Interscope money was rent the 6,000 square foot mansion in Highland Park, Illinois, a suburb just outside Chicago. 6 bedrooms, a home theater, views of Lake Michigan. This was a teenager, fam. A kid who grew up in a housing project now rattling around a 6,000 square foot palace. You can just see how.
A teenager. A teenager, bro. This what people don't understand, bro. This what people don't understand, bro. A teenager, a teenager, bro, from the inner city of Chicago. Ain't too many of the people, teenagers from the inner city of Chicago, making millions of dollars at this point of time. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You probably might have some older cats in the street that's probably making some money like that, but some kids, no. At that point of time, no. So you feel what I'm saying? That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy. And he paid the way. And I'm glad. And this is what I talk about all the time. You know what I'm saying? Be able to wake up another day and reinvent yourself and think different and really go for your dreams and your goals and not be tied down by what other people want you to do or feeling loyalty to other people. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, and I ain't gonna lie, when I was young and out in the streets, that's what I felt like a lot of like I had to have loyalty to my guys. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ran out there and I jumped out there in predicaments. You feel what I'm saying? All because my guys. So you feel what I'm saying? It ain't good all the time, man. We gonna get hot back into to the content.
The house arrest in your grandmother's living room, but the Highland Park chapter collapsed fast. By 2014, he had fallen roughly $30,000 behind in rent, and the eviction notices hit. Now, most people in that position will go quiet, embarrassed, maybe retreat back home and regroup in private. Not Sosa. He went on Instagram almost immediately and posted 2 words: "Sky is the limit." Then he announced he was moving to California. What really got people talking was the boldness of that move. No apology, no explanation, just a rebrand in real time, executed with the same confidence he brought to everything else. He packed up and headed to Los Angeles, one of the most expensive real estate markets on the entire planet, and started building from there. He landed in the San Fernando Valley, specifically the Woodland Hills and Tarzana corridor. And if you know anything about Los Angeles geography, you know that area is a completely different universe from where
Throw them likes up. Throw them likes up.
Mountain views, quiet streets, celebrity neighbors. The kind of neighborhood where nobody's outside arguing at midnight because everyone's too busy protecting their property value. For Chief Keef, coming off years of legal drama, evictions, and Chicago street politics, this was exactly the environment he needed to lock in and get serious about building something that would last. And hit that subscribe button right quick before.
Hey, that's crazy.
We're about to get into the actual mansion, the cars that fill his garage, exactly how much he gets paid per show, and what it really costs to run a California empire at this level. You do not want to miss this. Now, in the case of the Woodland Hills mansion,
Chicago in the building.
California empire. once inside, you will understand why people in the hip hop community talk about this property the way they do. This is not a house. This is a compound. This is a declaration. The property has been valued at up to $14 million. Let that land for a second. The average American home costs around $400,000. Keith's crib is worth 35 of those. Stacked. The estate sits in one of the most sought after pockets of Los Angeles.
Chicago in the building.
Where you need a gate code just to access the street. It's the kind of neighborhood where privacy is the most expensive amenity of all. And Chief Keith is paying for every inch of it.
Nah, it's good, bro. As long as people come up here, drop that like on the channel. I'm asking for likes and you sub up.
And a gated entrance that announces immediately this is not a regular residence. This is an estate. You walk through the front gate and the first thing that greets you is a massive front yard with a working fountain right in the middle. A fountain. This is a kid who grew up in public housing in Chicago. Now he's got a fountain in his front yard in California. You can just see.
Public housing. Public housing, y'all. Hey, if you ever been to Chicago, want to know about Chicago, man, public housing, man. Hey, they had public housing for so long. They tore down mostly all the public houses and sent all the people into the neighborhoods with maybe with Section 8 vouchers. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey man, they did a whole 360, man, on people, man. Reversed it back. They reversed it back. But let's get back to this content.
The first time he pulled up to this property and knew it was his must have hit different than anything he had ever experienced. Step inside and the living room takes over. Cavernous ceilings, a real fireplace, a massive television, furniture that looks like it was selected by someone who actually knows what they're.
Hey, bro, some people wish they could. Man, Joe, I wish I could take a tour of Italy one day. You feel me?
Doing with an interior design budget. The walls are clean and white, the layout is wide open, and the whole space breathes money in the quietest possible way. The kitchen is full granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, a breakfast bar, and a walk-in pantry big enough to stock for a month. Whether Chief Keef has a private chef rolling through or he's just ordering in, the infrastructure is there.
Man, it's just people getting out, man, seeing different cultures, man, seeing how other people live. You feel what I'm saying? You might not feel like you feel like you could live in another country or another state. You feel me? If you go visit it and see how it is.
Either way, but where this house really separates itself from a regular luxury property is what Keith built into the interior beyond the basics. There is a home recording studio inside this house, not a corner with a microphone and some phone panels. An actual professional recording setup built into the property. For an artist who has consistently dropped multiple projects per year, this is not a luxury. This is a business decision. No booking fees, no hourly studio rates, no scheduling around other artists. Just walk down the hall at 3 in the morning when the idea hits, press record, and go to work. That studio alone.
Hey, where you at now? Where you at now? Where you stay at now?
Has probably paid for itself many times over. Then there's the arcade room. According to people who have been inside the property, the arcade in this house is on a different level entirely. We're talking a full collection of vintage and modern machines. The kind of setup that a kid who grew up with nothing dreams about specifically because it's the furthest thing imaginable from that reality. Sosa made it real. He literally has an arcade in his house. There's also a home theater, a game.
Hey, you look, man, you 16, man, you get that much money, man, you doing whatever you want to do, man. On the real, man, you having all the messed up childhood you had, sitting up in Chicago talking about who talking about Santa Claus coming to put something up under the tree. You knew your mama was getting that, man. I don't think no kid in the hood thinking it's a Santa Claus, man. You feel what I'm saying? They know they mama's putting it or they father's putting them presents up under the tree. And most of the time, we wasn't getting no presents up under the tree. You feel me?
Game room, a wine cellar, and a sauna. The backyard runs deep, full swimming pool, a jacuzzi, a patio with seating, a fire pit, and a basketball court sitting under California mountain views. The backyard alone is bigger than most New York City apartments. You can just see how a summer afternoon back there, pool running, music playing, mountains in the background, feels like a world that O Block never could have offered. That contrast is what makes this story hit so hard, because Keith has not forgotten where he came from. He just made sure he would never have to go back. What really made the Tarzana property headline news was a 2018 incident that reminded everyone how seriously Chief Keef takes security now. Two suspects tried to break into his Tarzana residence
Chicago in the building.
fired a shot at responding police officers when they arrived. Nobody was hurt, but that situation was deeply alarming, and it led to a full security upgrade across every California property Chief Keef operates out of. After that, the man locked his California footprint down tight. The Woodland Hills and Tarzana corridor is Chief Keef's territory now. He has been planting routes there for years, and the properties he controls in that area are the physical foundation of everything else he has built. But that's nothing compared to what's sitting in the garage, because the car collection is where Chief Keef's money really becomes visible in a way you cannot miss. Now let's get into every single machine in that garage, because this
People think Chief Keef, man, even man, he buying property, doing all them things. Hey man, he is totally. It look like this young man totally got up out the street and totally start start being on this grown man stuff, man. Straight up, that's what it looked like to me, man. Straight up, y'all. Straight up. I can't lie, man. This is Chicago. I'm in Chicago, man. You feel what I'm saying? I've been following this stuff since probably 2011. You feel me? I remember when the CD popped out and I was like, "Damn, man, this sounds tight." And once he started coming out, I'm like, "Dang!" You feel what I'm saying? He bust out, and then I think um rapper from the hundreds, Lil Mouse, I started seeing him blow up. You know what I'm saying? With that Get Smoke. And then he in the news talking about the talk, talk about a grandma said they was terrified of a little mouse and all this stuff. And then he started blowing up. Hey man, and that made and it just started everybody just started popping out of everywhere just with rap with rap from Chicago, and that's when the scene just started blowing up and people was getting real money off being a rapper in Chicago. I'm talking about getting some bread, going out of town getting bread.
fleet is a full-on statement. First car we need to talk about is the Lamborghini Urus, because in 2023, Chief Keef did something with his that broke the internet. He didn't just buy a Urus. He commissioned a fully custom Scooby-Doo themed Lamborghini Urus, custom wrapped, custom interior details, a one-on-one machine based on a cartoon character executed on a $250,000 Italian SUV.
Hey, hey, this just show you, man. You feel it? Even y'all, this the young. Hey, I be trying to get youngsters to let them know, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta thrive on the negative all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Once you make your way, you know what I'm saying, you shoot for that positive and you try to make it happen. Because man, young people are doing great things, man, at an early age. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all the future, man. For sure. I gotta get out, shout out to all the young people out there, man. For real. They the future. You gotta decide what you're gonna do and how you gonna do it and create something for you and your family and your and your people. You feel what I'm saying?
The base price on a Urus runs around $250,000. does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, pushes over 650 horsepower. It already looks like nothing else on the road. What Chief Keef did to his got millions of views across
Hey,
social media.
you got,
He even had
hey, Brody, you got time. You got time, Brody. I started late. I started as an old man, so you feel what I'm saying? I could keep on thriving every day, and might not never get to my destination. You feel what I'm saying? I might croak over, but you got time, man. But I ain't gonna say that, man. I could die tomorrow and be gone tomorrow. But I thank God that I'm here today, and I'm glad you right here with me on everything Chicago. You here with 18Wild Chicago in the building.
say a word about it. That is brand marketing on a level most companies can't buy. Then there's the Lamborghini SVJ, which is an entirely different conversation. The SVJ is a track-focused supercar, naturally aspirated V12 engine, 759 horsepower, top speed of 217 miles per hour. Only 900 coupe versions were ever produced worldwide. The retail price.
Hey, I want to ask you, does that sound okay? Can you hear it? Is the sound okay? Can you get a thumbs up in the chat? Is the sound okay?
Sits around $580,000. Chief Keef has one, sitting in his garage in Woodland Hills, waiting for the move to
Hey, give a thumbs up in the chat if the sound okay.
strike. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is in the fleet too. The Cullinan is the most expensive SUV Rolls-Royce makes, starting around $350,000 and climbing well past $500,000 with customization. Hand-stitched interior leather, real wood paneling, the kind of silence inside the cabin that makes the outside world feel like it's happening to someone else. This is the car you pull up in when you want to say everything without opening your mouth. The Ferrari.
Hey, yo, though, that materialistic stuff, though, man, that ain't really nothing, man. That ain't really nothing, though. Know what's real, though. Know what's real, though. What's real is that he couldn't afford to do what he want to do and take care of his family like he want to take care of his family and be able to take care of all the kids that he have.
Climbing well past
Hey, we
$500,000
back to the content, man. We back to the content.
real wood paneling, the kind of silence inside the cabin that makes the outside world feel like it's happening to someone else. This is the car you pull up in when you want to say everything without opening your mouth. The Ferrari SF90 rounds out the top tier. Ferrari's plug-in hybrid hypercar, 986 combined horsepower from a twin turbocharged V8 and three electric motors. 0 to.
Hey, I seen a young content creator on Judge Mathis one time. And he owed his parents because his parents said that he destroyed their kitchen and they wanted him to pay for it. And that boy had a Lamborghini sitting outside the house. And he was a content creator doing content in his mama kitchen. So, man, Joe, keep on striving, young one. Keep on striving.
Outside world feel like it's happening to someone else. This is the car you pull up in when you want to say everything without opening your mouth. The Ferrari SF90 rounds out the top tier. Ferrari's plug-in hybrid hypercar, 986 combined horsepower from a twin turbocharged V8 and three electric motors. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Top speed over.
Hey, this your first time in the chat. Throw some likes on the chat.
This is one of the most.
If you a hater, you gonna hop in, you gonna hop out. Hey, stop hopping in and hopping out. You're throwing my algorithm down.
The boxy 500 77
Nah, I'm
horsepower
glad you here though. I'm
Lexus.
glad you here
It
though.
starts around
Throw some love on the live.
and turns heads everywhere it goes. And the Mopar Red Eye Dodge Challenger throwing down 797 horsepower of American muscle. And you start to understand that this garage covers every possible energy. Luxury, exotic, performance, muscle, all of it represented. Earlier in his career, the fleet also included a Ferrari 458 Spider, multiple Bentleys, a Mulsanne, a Continental, and a Roadster, an Audi Q7, and a BMW i8. Some of those rotated out as the collection evolved, but at any given moment, Chief Keef's garage represents millions of dollars in audio hardware under one roof. Y'all think this is just about showing off? Nah. An extension of the brand identity. Every clip, every photo, every sighting is content. It's cultural presence. It's the answer to every person who ever doubted that a kid from Parkway Garden Homes could build something real and lasting. Pulling up in a $580,000 SVJ when you used to borrow blank tapes from your neighbors to record your voice is not a flex. It's a testimony. It's the physical manifestation.
Down in somebody's basement. Down into somebody's base. Hey, with a hey, bro. Hey, karaoke machine. Hey, you see what he had to deal with back in the day, man? People had to get on karaoke machine. They had to hook up some stuff. Now y'all got apps. Y'all can just go through and do some stuff now.
Of a store that most people would not have bet on. And Sosa knew it was coming the whole time. Now let's get into the actual money. How much he earns, how much goes out, and how he keeps all of this running. Because this is where people's jaws really drop. Chief Keef's estimated net worth sits at around $4 million as of 2025. Some reports put it higher, some lower. The number has fluctuated over the years based on legal costs, child support obligations, and the natural ups and downs of an independent music career. But what matters is the infrastructure, and the infrastructure is strong. According to reports, Chief Keef earns between $40,000 and $85,000 per show. Per show. On a busy run, he's hitting multiple stages per month. Do the math at the low end. 10 shows brings in $400,000 just for performing, just for doing what he has been doing since he was a teenager in his grandmother's house. The touring income alone would cover most people's annual salary in a single weekend. Song features are an even bigger bag per transaction. He reportedly charges around $150,000 per feature verse. That is the rate you can command when your name carries the weight that Chief Keef does. When other artists know that your voice on their track adds credibility, street credibility, cultural credibility that money alone cannot manufacture. Artists are paying six figures just to get Sosa on a song. Not because it's trending, not because his team pushed for it, because the value is genuinely there, and the industry knows it. That tells you everything about where his name sits 15 years into this career. Beyond performing, the business side is where the real foundation lives. Chief Keef runs Glow Gang, which started as a music collective and expanded into a full clothing brand with merchandise that his fan base actively seeks out and purchases. He also operates 43 Billion, his own record label, which gives him complete ownership and control over his music in a way the Interscope deal never could. When you own your masters and run your own label, you are the corporation. You are not waiting on a quarterly statement from someone else's accounting department. The money comes to you directly. His catalog generates streaming royalties every single month. Love Sosa has been played hundreds of millions of times since 2012.
Chicago in the building.
These records are still playing in cars, gyms, and parties all over the world more than a decade after they dropped. That is
Chicago had a big influence on rap. I don't care what you say. You might have not liked it. You might not want to tune in. But we the Mecca. You got so many people from Chicago that really do this stuff for real.
Given that he is genuinely one of the most sampled and referenced artists in the last 15 years of hip hop, brands that want access to his audience are willing to pay for it. Now let's talk about what all of this actually costs to maintain, because this is the part most people skip over. A $14 million property in Los Angeles generates serious money Security costs money, and after the 2018.
Hey, y'all looking at the money plot, man. See, hey, I want to be honest here, man. The reason I'm showing this today, man, for educational person, man, everybody want to always try to judge somebody and put them in a box with everybody else. But obviously, some people don't need to be put in a box with everybody else because look what they doing and look where they at and look how they maintain it. You feel what I'm saying? People don't like that. They try to put everybody in the same box for Chicago, but it's not. Some people go out there, get their fortune, and they maintain and they do what they got to do, and they on real stuff. And some people go out there and fumble the bag and don't think about others and really got hate in their heart. You feel what I'm saying? We shouldn't hold hate in our heart for nothing, and we shouldn't be jealous of nobody. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. Chicago is the biggest crab in the barrel bucket type of city, man, because they could be coming together doing so much great stuff, but people refuse to come together, stop all the bull crap, and make everything good between them and go against the other. You already know what I'm talking about. This Chicago in the building.
Tarzana breaking incident. Chief Keef does not play about his security infrastructure. Utilities on a 5,000 plus square foot home with a pool, a jacuzzi, a home gym, a recording studio, and an arcade running at all times are not a small monthly expense. Landscaping, staffing, repairs, upkeep, it all adds up in ways that most people never think about when they look at someone's lifestyle from the outside. The car collection carries its own overhead entirely, ensuring a Lamborghini SVJ, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a Ferrari SF90, and multiple other exotics simultaneously is a significant annual cost. Maintenance on Italian supercars does not happen at your neighborhood shop. Specialized service, dealer maintenance schedules, and the inevitable wear on machines driven hard on Los Angeles streets. All of it eats into the budget consistently. And Chief Keef has 9 children. Child support obligations have been documented as part of his financial picture for years. Of course, have
You heard you heard what they say. All that money eats into the man's budget. All that money come out that man's budget, and he gotta make decisions on paying bills and doing this real grown man stuff, not goofy stuff that people think that's real. It is not real. It's fake. When you get to a point in your life when you grow up, you gotta pay some bills and take care of your family. It's not gonna be sweet all the time, and you want to be out here. You want to be out here to defend your family and take care of your family.
Payments at various points in his career, which helps explain the fluctuation in reported net worth figures despite the consistent income he generates. He is supporting a large family while also maintaining one of the most expensive lifestyles in hip hop. But here is what's real, gang. The man has built a diversified financial engine: label income, touring income, streaming royalties, merchandise, feature fees, brand partnerships, multiple streams feeding the same operation. And he has actual real property and business equity to show for the years of work, not just memories of money that already got spent. What really got the hip hop community talking over the last few years is how the jewelry collection has grown right alongside everything else. Chief Keef is known for wearing serious custom pieces, chains and pendants with real diamond weight, Glow Gang logo.
Hey, that's just the flash, y'all. That's just the flash. That's the material stuff, right? That's just the material stuff. We ain't looking into that. We looking into in the brain of a man. We looking into the man brain. How he thinking. Oh, he got this much money, but hey, how I'm gonna have to keep this up? How I'm where I'm gonna get some more money from to keep this up? What I'm gonna do next? What I'm gonna do besides try to tour or get a show or try to get a feature? What I'm gonna do next?
Pieces iced out by the best jewelers in the game. Wrist setups that announce themselves before he even walks into a sit with for a minute before giving you a number. In the world of hip hop jewelry, Keith's collection is not just about flexing, it is a physical timeline of the journey. Every chain is a chapter, every pendant is proof that O Block is a long way away. The lifestyle in Woodland Hills is everything that O Block wasn't. Gated, quiet, private, mountain views from the backyard, a different exotic in the driveway depending on the day's energy. A recording studio 30 feet from the bedroom, so when a song idea shows up at 2 in the morning, which is exactly when they depend various points in his career, which helps explain a
Yo. This 18 Wild, man. I just popped on this stream, man, just to get my reaction to this short. You can catch that, man. Go to Rap Dynasty, man. You for sure. Bro, got good content over there. This is your boy 18. Just giving you that little content to show you, man, that every person in Chicago ain't dumb, man. See, they went somewhere else. They went somewhere else, did their thing, and they started off here, went somewhere else, and they showed him a lot more love than his people showed him. And he made his way and made his roots there. This 18 Wild, man. I'm out of here. Dang, my live don't want to end.